Hi, this is Alan Shea, and we're here at the Rose tonight with the Gap Band Review, and we're here with the sons of Ronnie Wilson. And we're going to get some history and really get into some of the stories of why the Wilson family is so profound in the music industry. And certainly what these gentlemen tonight is going to bring to you, audience, tonight.
The first song, my dad's being first hit. Taking the booty and starting bullshit.
I want to get a little conversation going here with the Wilson brothers. We're going to start out with letter A, which stands for Andre. Andre, all right. And Andre's going to share a little of his history first before we get into really the family history. So why don't you share with us a little bit about you, Andre?
Well, I was the firstborn out of like a lot of cousins and everything. Daddy had me early, I guess. And I guess I'm the one that made Uncle Charlie an uncle. But I learned so much music and growing up around all that singing, and the grandma and my mama and everybody did. We just naturally in there. I can get my interview. I went to Oklahoma University, so I'm a Sooner fan. I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan. And I got big kids. You know, we got another set coming right behind us. And I got my two little brothers are the best little brothers that anybody could ever really want in order to do what we're doing.
So growing up as the middle brother, it was interesting because I am in the middle and my first instrument was drums. So just being loud and beating on everything in the house. My mother, pots and pans, man. My mama knew that I was gonna be a drummer. So that's what I took initiative to do first. And I took that as being the middle brother, but I also knew how to sing. I wouldn't sing really around him because he was always running his lips. But that's my big brother. So I let him have that run. And I took on the instrument part of it. And it was fun. I enjoyed it. My daddy's group, the Gap Band, the original Gap Band back in the day, Tommy Loki and all these cats used to come get us from school.
We're here with Casey, and he's going to share his insight about being number 3 of the Wilson brothers.
Well, it's the same as what they went through. I had a different bringing from being the youngest. I got to carry on the tradition of what Charlie Wilson and Ronnie Wilson did growing up. Drum major. I was drum major at the same school. Shout out, what's up, Booker T, Tulsa, Oklahoma. Actually, I'm still there now. That's Hartford Avenue. Bam, same original, all of that, all of that right there. It's studio now. So, and being the youngest and whatnot, the influence to the music, it was the same influence of the music, but coming up at that, you know, graduating out of 94, I was getting a lot of that youthfulness, like different, the way the music was switching up. I said it before, Quest, Tribe Called Quest, rest in peace, Fife, Public Enemy, all of that. So I was getting all of that, but then mixing all of that hip hop in with what was already, you know, going through with this funk. So that's basically what's up, you know.
Thank y'all. Is we in Pasadena tonight? Oh, we ain't in Inglewood, are we? Where we at? Pasadena? Okay. Hey, we gotta get up early in the morning. We gonna get up early this morning. I know it's gonna be nice. That's what we came to do. I might gotta get up early in the morning. Check this out. Jump in. Hey, oh! Y'all. I'm having fun in Pasadena tonight. Let me sing this song here. Oh, what now? I love you. Oh, what now? No one can stand you along. I was just foolish. Know what I was doing. Didn't know what I loved to do now.
The viewers is going to hear from the gentleman now is the history of the Wilson family, because you know your family legacy has been only compared to the Temptations for their time period. They brought forth a family, a group, a rhythm, and it has sustained all these years. So yeah, I mean, you're talking about what, 40, at least 40 years. So from the 70s. So why don't you share with the viewers from your experience, your history, and we'll start with you, Andre. Really, what's the earliest point that you can remember being a part of a family like the Wilson family who had the genre of music, and what did that do for you? So what do you know about your family history going back?
The earliest memories that I got probably is church. You know what I mean? We went to church and I was in the Tot choir, and I started singing. They had me singing leads from then, like 3, 4, 5 years old. Whether or not, it's Christmas right now, so it's like, I don't know what they be singing for Christmas. Rudolph, we sang all that stuff, but I ended up being the lead singer in our little Tot choir, and then I don't think he was even here. And then the next thing you know, we were at Leon Russell's. He had a spot called the Church. It was called the Church, and then Daddy and them was recording with Leon, going on the road with Leon, and they started going on the road and tours and stuff. And we'd miss our daddy for like 5, 6 months at a time, and we'd run outside in our drawers and give him a big old hug when the tour bus pulled up in front of the house. You know what I mean? Type of scenarios and stuff like that. And so
I would go on the road with them at times because they
this
were
is
older
way
than
in the
me.
70s.
Oh yeah, I wasn't even born.
Exactly.
He wasn't even a thought.
No. When he come through,
I was terrorizing Roger and Zap and them. He was babysitting me. I rolled in the tour bus with Roger and Zap. I remember that, all of that, like terrorizing.
80s, you in the 80s.
Yeah.
We want the viewers to understand your history. It's because not only the importance of your history, but the ups and downs and the family dynamics to make it work. Because you wouldn't be here if it didn't work. So you know, the viewers like to kind of get a sense of how that process was. So that's why we wanted to break it down and really have a real intimate conversation about the Wilsons and what strength did that take. And so what would you say about that, Brian? Say so.
just even what Dre said, going to Leon Russell's home, experiencing Roger Lynn creating MIDI with them in a big house with like 100 keyboards linked up to each other to make one sound. We witnessed that. So those type of memories are the memories that you can't get away from. You know what I'm saying? Watching what he's saying when we going past the 80s into the 70s into the 80s. My dad give New Edition their first opportunity. Watching, and watching Dougie Fresh first rap. African Bambaataa.
That band gave what was that? The Don't Stop to the Planet Rock.
Yeah, that's African Bambaataa. You know what I'm saying?
All these people, the opening acts.
That they gave them their first opportunities at touring.
First song that you can remember that your father and the Gap Band made from what you can remember? Why don't you share that with them, Casey?
Yeah, one of them we playing tonight. It was out all them through them 80s. We got Outstanding, Party Train, Drop the Bomb, Shake Your Booty.
That's the first one.
Yep, that's the first song tonight. So, those songs, I wasn't really, at that time being 4 and 5 years old, I really didn't know, I knew it was something going on sitting on the side of the stage and all of that.
Share with them really, what did your father, your uncles really instill in you as men today so that you can pass that legacy on to your children and certainly let your fans know how longevity you really are, and especially tonight. So we're gonna start with Casey first and let him give some thought to it and work it down to Andre so he can close it out and see what's happening. So why don't you let the viewers know?
Just keeping the funk alive. That's basically all it is. R&B, all that, hip hop. Just keeping and just adding to it. Conglomerate. Shout out to Battle Cat, BC Powder. Just keeping funk up. That's all. Funk it up.
I know you're a deep brother over here, you know, because I can tell being in the middle, you got to bounce off the young and both sides. So what would you share about it?
You know what?
About the Wilson, we're gonna call it the legacy of the Wilson men, and what you got to realize.
Learning your craft. Know your craft. This is for real. It's not fun like that. This is a job. So do your job. Always be the best. No matter what the equipment sounds like, no matter what it is. I don't care if it's one person show up. Perform like your heart is about to be into it. And keep your heart into it. Don't ever give up. That's real.
And we're gonna save Andre so he can bring the entire Wilson men to the hill. So when people see them tonight, they'll see what it's all about.
I don't know how I ended up with vocals that sound like Charlie a little bit, and everybody in the family can sing, from grandma, grandpa, all my cousins. We can all play, and it's a musical family. We have even more and more. All of us. Being raised by the Gap Band was always a school. These guys, school teacher, I'm a music teacher. My uncles teach music. We teach our bands and the people to play like this. You know what I mean? And so, and play like a Wilson, please. At the end of the day, we want you to play like this.
Right.
And so, you know, there's some business stuff that we learning. We all go to college and graduated he got his degrees and stuff like that. And so you even get him, Daddy and them, you know, they was musicians. Now we got educated musicians, super educated musicians. And then we just play the game just a little differently than it had to be played in the 80s. Now, and it's 2018 going into 20. What we're gonna do is just bring this funk back. Well, I don't think it never went nowhere. It can't. All these influences influenced us. That didn't play with everybody. Rick James, all these guys. And so we was just like this. Man, we just take Sly and the Family Stone was in the 70s, and Daddy and them was on the road with them.
Bootsy Collins is our cousin.
Everybody. Right.
So Boosie's your cousin.
Yeah, it's a Collins.
Shout out to Lord Folsom. That's our cousin too.
Lord Folsom. He's a
our
the
cousin,
jazz
too.
player that played with
It started way back before Gap Band. It was just
Ray Charles and all kind of stuff. This thing has been going on for decades, and I don't think it's gonna stop.